Arde Shalom Akim. First off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father in the ancient Hebrew, and Yahawashi being the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ in the ancient Hebrew. Alright, I would like to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Muslim who taught us well. Alright, and who I learned under. And a sincere shalom to you, the elect out there, listening and teaching this word in truth and in sincerity. All right. I'm the brother Allah Matamat, from a branch of the GMSLA camp. We come out here teaching every Saturday here in the San Fernando Valley, between 2 to 4:30 in the evening. All right. In between the streets of Ventura and Van Nuys. But, today's lesson, I just wanted to go into, a topic that I was just thinking about, throughout my weekend. And it's something that I wanted to do a video on, but I didn't quite, get around to it. Lord willing, however long this is, it is edifying. I won't go too much into the details about it, but, pretty much, man, just be a brother, man. You are your brother's keeper. We are supposed to be, looking out for the well-being of the lambs, as well as the brothers that are out there, man, the brothers that are in need. All right. So, without further ado, let me just get this in the book of John. Because, Yahushua, man, he told us, man, what were the two greatest commandments. And that was to love the Lord with all thy heart, and to love your own brother. It's like to love your neighbor as you love yourself, man. And that's something to follow, man. That's something, to keep in mind. Not wronging a brother, not having any kind of grudges for a brother, none of that. All right. Not just, leaving brothers hanging, when they're in trouble, you're nowhere to be found, nowhere to give you, advice. But, let me just get this in the book of John. This is the book of John, chapter 13. All right. Verse 34. It says, a new commandment I given unto you, that ye love one another. All right. And this is in the red. This is how you know that Yahushua is speaking. It says, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I loved you, that ye also love one another. So as Yahushua, man, he showed love towards us, continually. That's how we're supposed to act, with one another. All right. We're supposed to treat each other as we would treat Yahushua. All right. Not just some random person off the street, not some random 2/3 as the street, man. We're all here, pushing, in truth and sincerity, in this faith. All right. Lord willing, we make it to the end. All right. You're not just supposed to treat your brother as, as anyone, as you would treat anybody. All right. It says that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples. And this is how, man, this world, is going to perceive us, man, that, we show love towards one another, that we take care of our own. All right. And that's how the world sees us, man. Brothers got beautiful testimonies of, just random people, random restaurants, telling them as such, man. They had never seen something like this, especially, man, in this world, man. For a so-called Negro and a so-called Latino to get along, man, that is crazy. All right, that is crazy to them. It says, by this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. All right, this is how the whole world's gonna know. All right. It says, Simon Peter said unto him, Lord, whither goest thou? Yahushua answered him, whither I go, thou canst not follow me now, but thou shalt follow me afterwards. All right, this is Yahushua, talking about how he's about to be crucified. All right, he's not getting into the details about it, but, he knows it's coming. The disciples, man, Peter was telling him right here that, he would die for him right now. But Yahushua, man, he demanded something. He demanded him, It all boils down to 3 times that he asked Peter, you know, whether he truly loved him. You know, and that, you know, when he gave, you know, Peter his reply, man, he said to go feed his lambs. You know, that's how we show love. Pretty much, man. You know, Salaki, even though Peter wanted to go along with Yahushua, you know, to die with him, man, hey, he was on a mission, you know, and Yahushua left him there, you know, to complete it, as well as, you know, watch over, you know, the flock as well. All right. You know, so much, you know, as we are in this mission as well. All right. To watch, you know, after one another. All right. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6. All right, I'll start at 1. It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such as one in the spirit of meekness. All right, when you see a man begin to slip, you know, begin to slip, you know, begin to go off, you know, in this truth, you know, you're supposed to correct them and rebuke him. You know, not just ignore it, you know, and keep it pushing. No. You know, the way you show true love is by, you know, correcting the brother. You know, helping him out, you know, when he's in his lowest. You know, when he's at his weakest, man. All right? Sometimes that could be rough, you know, and sometimes, man, it could be compassionate. You know, it says, restore such as one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. All right? You know, and we are brothers keepers, man. You know, we don't want to be, you know, in that selfish mentality, you know, thinking about only ourselves. Man, we want to help, you know, each other out, you know, when we are low, when we are weak, because, you know, we want that same thing, you know, when we are low and when we are weak, man, we want that same brother to help us, you know, as well as, you know, as the rest of the brothers around us. All right. You know, this is give and Salaki, this is give and take. You know, this isn't just take, you know, if you understand what I'm saying. All right, verse 2, it says, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Yahushua HaMashiach. All right, we're supposed to, you know, bear each other's burdens, man. You know, hey, if, you know, one brother's in a messed up situation, man, you're supposed to, you know, counsel him and advise him. All right? You're supposed to be willing to give that advice, man, if you can give it, or help, you know, where you can. Pretty much. All right? You know, watch over that brother. Not just ignore it. You know, keep walking by, you know, watching him, you know, get worse and worse. All right. This is verse 3. It says, for if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. All right. And you can't think, you can't be prideful over another brother, man. Just because, you know, you may have more understanding, or you may think you have more faith than another brother, man. You can't walk over that brother. All right, you're supposed to be doing everything you can, you know, to build each other up, man. All right, iron sharpeneth iron, man. Exhorting one another. All right. Let me get this in the book of 1 John. All right. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4. Verse 18. Salakia. All right, this is 1 John 4 and 16. It says, and we have known and believed, Salakia. 4 and 18, yeah, Salakia, brothers. It says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear. All right, there is no fear in love, man. You know, you're not supposed to be afraid, you know, be vulnerable, you know, with another brother, man. You know, the scriptures, you know, speak about that as well. Salaki, let me get this. I believe it's in James 5 and 16. All right, yeah. So this is the book of James, chapter 5, you know, verse 16. It says, confess your faults one to another and pray for one another. All right. Salaki, brothers. Salaki, brothers, I cut off there, but, you know, continuing on, man. All right, the scriptures say, this is the book of James, chapter 5 and 16. It says, confess your faults one to another and pray for one another, that ye may be healed. All right, we're supposed to be confessing our faults unto one another. All right, be able to, you know, be vulnerable with one another. You know, hey, you gotta know, and that comes with examination, man. You gotta know when you're weak in a particular, subject, and ask for help. All right, there's no shame in that, bro. All of us have our faults, as well as all of us have our own strengths. All right, it's great to identify them, and do what we can, by ourselves. And if we need help, and we ask for that help, because this verse goes into, man. It says, and pray for one another, because praying for one another, man. Praying by yourself, praying with alongside with another brother, man, that works wonders. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, he's hearing that, and he's not one to just leave you hanging. All right, it says that ye may be healed. The effectual, fervent prayer of the righteous, man, availeth much. All right, man, it does a lot, man. It goes a long way towards Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, sincerely. All right. Salakia. Let me go back in the book of 1 John, chapter 4 and 18. All right. So you're not supposed to fear, being looked as weak, towards another man. I shoot PK, man. They say that all the time, man. I ain't never been no weak Jew. All right. You're not supposed to be prideful in that, bro. Pride, man, bringing forth destruction, bro. Fuck that prideful shit. All right. Hey, be humble in this thing, bro. Accept your faults and keep it moving, man. Keep it moving forward. All right, do better. All right, this is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 18. It says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear. All right, Salaki. It says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. All right, you can't fear, man, and say that, hey, you have love, man. It says we love him because he first loved us. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, he loved us so much that, man, he died for us. Lord willing, we are that elect, that 144,000 and that 1/3. All right. It says, if a man say, I love the Most High, and hateth his own brother, he is a liar. All right, you can't say, man, that you love the Lord, man, and don't have any sort of love towards your brother. You aren't taking care of him, man. You aren't looking out for him, man. You aren't even, thinking, of the lambs, It says, if a man say, I love the Most High, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. And that's part of the reason why we do our shows, man, why we go in the highways and byways, man, to take care of the flock. All right. And let me get this scripture as well, man. Not by, I was just thinking about it, in the back of my head. Salakia, brothers. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 2. It says, feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof. All right. We're supposed to feed the flock, as Yahushua had told Peter. It says, therefore, not by constraint. All right, not by constraint, not by anyone, pointing a gun, in your head, or Salakia, not by anybody, forcing you is what I want to say. Not by force. It says, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, not for any kind of gain. It says, but of a ready mind. All right, neither as being lords over the Most High's heritage. All right, we're not supposed to act prideful in this thing, bro. Humility, bro. Remember humility. It says, but being examples in the flock, being that example, for your brother. All right, showing them how to walk, in the steps of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. And when Yahushua returns and he sees that you've been watching after them, watching, sincerely out of your own heart, not by any kind of force, and, not because, men's eyes are watching you, not for money, not for gain, not for any of it. All right, we're doing it because, we truly do care for one another, man. Like the scriptures say, we endure all these things for the elect's sake. All right, that's the type of mentality to be in. All right, it says, if a man say, I love the Most High, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. All right, he that shows no charity, man. It says, for he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love the Most High whom hath he not seen? All right, here you are, man. You're able to, hey, you see your brother every day, and if you don't see him every day, man, you see him, throughout your week. All right, we only, pray, and we haven't physically seen Yahweh Shai, bro. What more, than our brother that we see out here in the flesh, man? We're supposed to be helping each other out. It says, how can he love whom the Most High he hath not seen? And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth the Most High love his brother also. All right, man, it's commanded of you, man, to love your brother. All right, sincerely as well. All right, let me end it here in the book of Romans. All right, I'll read some of it in the beginning. All right, it says Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. All right, we're supposed to, present ourselves, as a living sacrifice, man. That means, putting priority number one is this truth, teaching this truth. All right, and everything else, hey, it's secondary. All right, it says wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. All right, this is our reasonable service. All right, to take care of the lambs. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. All right, forget who you were in the past, man. Continue to grow and, become, a better person, man. A better person in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, a better brother. All right, that new creature. All right, it says, of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. All right, for I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, and that's what's being shown to us right now. Grace. All right, that's something to always remember, man. Grace. All right, having that, forgiveness and that compassion, towards one another as well. All right, not just holding grudges as well. It says, unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think. All right, that pride, man. Don't go out thinking that you're some sort of, deep person just because you have, more understanding of the breakdowns. You may be well off in the Hebrew tongue. That doesn't matter. All that doesn't matter. Like it says in the book of Corinthians, if you don't have charity, if you don't have that brotherly love. All right. It says, but to think soberly according as the Most High has dealt to every man, the measure of faith. All right, all of us, man, have been, given different offices. Like it says, in this chapter, different gifts, and so on. But let me just go on to the point. This is verse 9. It says, let love be without dissimulation, abhor that which is evil. All right, let love be without dissimulation, man. It says, that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. All right, love the evil, hate the good. Salakia, slip of the tongue, bro. Love the good, hate the evil is what I meant to say. All right, it says, verse 10, be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love. All right, in honor, preferring one another. All right, your spirits are not supposed to be down when you're around brothers, man. Man, I feel up when I'm around brothers, man. I feel in the spirit. I feel like them brothers are in the spirit, bro. And I'm glad to be around brothers. All right. Don't take, what time you have for granted, around brothers, man. There's going to come a time where, we're going to be alone, pushing it, soldering it through. All right. We're going to desire to see each other's faces, like the prophecy says. All right. So it says, be kindly affectionate one towards another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another. Not any of these people in the world, but us brothers, pushing, and teaching in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. All right, it says rejoicing in hope, patience in tribulation, and continuing instant prayer. All right. Distributing to the necessity of the saints, given to hospitality. All right, we're supposed to be hospitable towards one another. All right, watching after one another. All right, so Lord willing, with that, I'm not trying to make it too long. Again, you know, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. You know, Lord willing, brothers were edified. Again, shalom to you brothers out there watching. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Brakatham to all you. Shalom. Take care. Edified.